Everyone knows of the hullabaloo where
KHKT
Antifa
today.
violence, NFL kneelers, and social justice warriors are trying to change our culture. They want to remove from our history books anything about the Civil War. It seems they believe that the war was caused by white privilege lording over slaves. Of course, they fail to realize that the primary cause of the Civil War was economics, not slavery. So here are 5 stories, 3 about amendments to our Constitution and 2 about African Americans heroes who should be recognized for their actions. Certainly, social justice warriors, SJWs, and their type will refuse to believe them, but they are certainly true. Republicans were responsible for 3 amendments to the Constitution with very little help from Southern Democrats. The 13th Amendment to the Constitution abolished slavery. It was passed by the U.S. Senate on April 8, 1864, with a vote of 38-6 with 36 of which were Republicans. It was passed by the House on January 31, 1865, by a vote of 119 to 56, all 103 Republicans voted for it. The 14th Amendment addressed citizenship rights and equal protection of the laws within the U.S. It was passed by the Senate on June 8, 1866. By a vote of a 33 to 11 vote, the majority of those passing votes were Republican. And on June 13, the House passed the bill by a vote of 138-36. Again, the majority of voters were Republicans. The 15th Amendment guaranteed citizenship and equal protection under the laws regardless of race, color, or previous condition of servitude. It was passed by the House on February 25, 1869. By a vote of 144 Republicans to 44 Democrats and by the Senate on the following day by a vote of 39 Republicans to 13 Democrats. In summary, these 3 amendments were passed because of Republicans, not Democrats. And it was all made possible by the election of 1864, just prior to the start of the Civil War after Republicans took over both the House and the Senate of the U.S. Congress. Now, in anticipation next February's Black History Month, here are 2 African Americans who should never be forgotten. Meet Oscar Dunn. Dunn was born a slave in 1826 but was eventually emancipated. He became a Freemason and got involved in local politics New Orleans, Louisiana. Eventually, Dunn became the nation's first African American lieutenant governor who served in Louisiana from 1868 until his death on November 22, 1871. Very few people know about this bit of history. And finally, meet Army Sergeant William H. Kearny of the Union Army. During the attack on Fort Wagner by Company C, 54th Massachusetts Colored Infantry Regiment, a color guard was fatally struck by a bullet. As he was falling to the ground taking the flag with him, Sergeant Marshall grabbed it and continued the charge to the fort. After arriving, he stuck the flag into the ground and held on to even after being shot twice. On May 23, 1900, Sergeant Kearny was awarded the Medal of Honor, our nation's highest award for valor. He is the first African American to receive this award. There you have it. What about SJWs? Can you handle the truth?